YouTube. Good afternoon, fellas. Ferocious Mgtow here. And I'm rolling. I am in Indianapolis, Indiana. On my way to the other side of Columbus, Ohio. When I picked up my load, had a little difficulty and picking it up, but we got it all worked out, and now I'm on the road. I figured I'd wait till I get down to the major city before I turn the camera on and let you guys that's never seen Indianapolis, this gives you a chance to see it. And it's a decent sized city also. It's a beautiful day. It's about 61 degrees right now, and it's in the afternoon, and I'm going 65 miles an hour. I'm doing the speed limit, fellas. Keeping it safe. But feeling good, feeling strong, feeling healthy, feeling good about life. And this is a great time to be alive, okay? It's a great time to be alive. We are living in the times, and we're living in the period before the storm. So this is the calm before the storm. Okay? What's wrong with this guy? His tire blew out or something? Probably did. Yeah, this is the calm before the storm, fellas. I've been quietly sounding the alarm, but I don't want to sound like an alarmist. But if you notice, things are kind of slow getting back to normal. I'm sure some of you guys realize that. You know what I mean? And it's by design. It's testing our will. It's testing our fortitude. It's testing our intelligence, our savvy, politically. And it's testing our will, and it's testing our spirituality. Because right now everything's closed. Church is closed. A lot of factories are closing, and a lot of these places ain't coming back. Let me be the first to tell you, because a lot of people are like, oh, don't say that. Well, no, that's not the way men are supposed to operate. We want to know all of the options right now, so we can make an informed, intelligent, right, and a decision that we can live with and not have any regrets, because we reacted and we made decisions based off of ignorance. That's not the way. That's not the position that I want to find myself in, because all you got to do is look back. They said 2 weeks, right? That turned into 4 weeks. 4 weeks turned into 6 weeks. Now we are, 10 weeks now? And these blue states are fighting to keep everything closed. So this is a quagmire that we in. And I don't really see no police presence. I'm out here. I'm in all these different states. You guys see, I'm not making nothing up. I go to these places. That's why I turn the camera on every day to document where I'm at, so you guys can see firsthand. Ain't nothing being made up. I'm out here, and I definitely can tell that it's less of a police presence. Before they were stopping you for any little thing. The light out, mud flap got a crack in it. You got a marker light out, all kind of stuff. But now, I ain't really been seeing a whole lot of guys pulled over. Not at all. And these AWs, they not prepared for what's going to come down the pipe. They are not prepared. I was looking at a channel yesterday, and subscribed to. It was just in the recommended videos. And I looked at the title and it kind of caught my attention, so I clicked on it. And he was showing, he's an organic farmer. He has a greenhouse and he sells organic produce to the farmer's market and to certain smaller mom and pop type grocery stores. And they were going, oh, okay, we got a couple here in the street, a couple here in the median now, but these are sheriffs. Yeah, these are sheriffs. Not state troopers. No, it's one state trooper, there's one sheriff. Okay? They just talking. But anyway, him and his wife was going to, I think he said Lowe's or Home Depot or something to get something for the greenhouse. And on the route to where they was heading, they saw on the shoulder of the road, cars just lined up for literally, it seemed like miles. It seemed like 2 or 3 miles. These cars were lined up in one single file line. And he said he was wondering when he saw these cars, why are they parked over here like this? And then he started thinking, he's like, man, what could possibly be up there? Because they're not like it was an accident. They wasn't, in a line like it was an accident, because they was off to the shoulder. And then he said the food bank, the local food bank, is about a mile up the road. And in his mind, he was thinking like, they can't possibly be in line for that. There's too many cars. And he said, sure enough, they had the police. When he got up to the front of that line, they had the police, the sheriff, and they had cones. They had the street blocked off and directing traffic. They had the officers on foot, with their little flashlight. They whistled directing traffic into the food bank parking lot. That is basically of a smaller community where they don't have enough food to service nowhere near them type of numbers of people. And of course, this was in a small town here somewhere, so it wasn't urban city, the inner city. It wasn't urban, none of that. So people are literally, let me slow down. The speed limit is changing here, 50 from 65 to 60. So let me slow down, get my cruise control. Might well slow down behind me, man. Say 60 miles an hour, so slow down. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so we in trouble. So I think we need to get focused, man. We really need to get focused. Because we got some dark days coming ahead. Because in my mind, I'm surprised that people are reacting the way they're reacting. I'm surprised that they're being told, they're consenting to what they're being told. Because now when I go on the bought and paid for media, they're saying that we should stay locked down. And then the other thing I noticed, you got your boy Bill Eugenics. I'm gonna change his name to Bill Eugenics. Okay, y'all know who I'm talking about. This software person. He is on every channel on the bought and paid for news. Mr. Eugenics, with his foundation, with his cow wife, on every channel. I'm thinking like, I thought his expertise was in software. What is he doing talking about medical stuff? And social distancing, and he's also talking about vaccinations and how things are not going back to normal. And the whole world needs to be vaccinated against this, and all kind of crazy stuff coming from a guy who's not a medical doctor, a guy who is a college dropout. I don't know if any of you guys deem this to be abnormal, that this man is on every freaking channel on the bottom page for the media, and he is saying some of the most outlandish things. And somebody asked him, he did some interview with some chick, and she asked him about the economy, the world economy, and he basically laughed. He was laughing. The answer that he gave her, he was laughing and snickering in the answer. So immediately I homed in on that part of him laughing and said, okay, he got some knowledge that most people don't have. He's on, I mean, I know he's in on it, but he knows that things are not going to go back to normal, and he knows what's going to happen. So I think it's time for us to really get serious, fellas. Bickering and positions and laughing and making jokes and all this stuff. I think this stuff needs to be, it's time out for that right now. You know, we're literally in a pot like the frog, and they're turning up the heat big time, and we still sitting around here laughing and joking like something's funny. And I think we need to get on top of this. They openly doing censorship everywhere. You can't even talk freely because they're suppressing your First Amendment right. I don't see nobody doing nothing about it. All we doing now is censoring the words that we use to stop the algorithm from banning us off the platforms. So I see some bad things coming relatively soon, man. This summer is gonna be a test of heart. We're gonna see what we're made of as Americans. And because at this point, we've been failing all the quizzes. We haven't been turning in no homework, and we pretty much got an F on the midterm. So now we finna go into summer vacation, and I wonder if guys are gonna see this hot weather and go into play mode, or are we gonna go to summer school and try to learn what these people have set up for us? Because they're talking force shots, global chips in order to travel. I don't know if they'll be bold enough to try to put it in under our skin as we've all been led to believe, but I think they could probably give us passports with the chip in it, or cards, some type of credit card, some type of license or something with the chip in it. It'll probably be the first wave to get us to accept that, and then the next wave would be to actually put it under your skin. And they're gonna probably say, you know, it's cheaper to do it this way, some old malarkey that they're gonna use. But yeah, man, it's gonna get kind of tough here for us. And the fact that they gave all that power to these AWs and to, you know, W's all around the world, and they took that power and just chewed the being up and demoralized them and emotionally bankrupt them. That most of these men is cowards now, and you don't see the proper response to something like this. We all know this is, you know, a lot of fabrication, this whole, you know, beer flu. But I don't see the proper response to it. You know, I was optimistic that we would probably shake it off by now, but you know, we're going in 10 weeks. And that showed you this is a confirmation that we don't have no free market. Somebody owns our economy and allow us to participate in it. There's no free economies, no free markets. There isn't. Somebody owns these economies and they allow us to participate in it, and they can turn it off whenever they feel like it. And if you think it's a joke, they will show you, and they're showing us. They done turned off the economy, and they taking a sweet time turning it back on because they don't feel that they broke our spirit enough yet. So we up against the wall, guys. We really are. We're really up against the wall. Now, I'm happy and fortunate to be doing what I'm doing, but you know, I knew this stuff was coming. I just didn't know when, and this is the reason why I picked this area of trucking. I could have been in any part. I could have been doing containers. I could have been doing refrigerated. I could have been doing flatbed. I could have been a local guy, but I knew I couldn't see anything being local. Just staying in Chicago, running in the city, plus that's taxing on your body, mentally and physically, because you got to deal with all of the traffic. I'd rather be on the road like I am now. This is real therapeutic for me to go city to city, state to state on these highways. I almost know these things like the back of my hand in some places. Now, it's only 55 here. You see both these trucks on both sides of me. They're driving way too fast. Way too fast. I know they're trying to get around me, but the thing is, I'm driving the Smith system. The Smith system, you drive in the middle if you got hundreds of miles to do on the same road. And that's what I'm doing, because I'm not getting off. And if I stay to the right and try to drive hundreds of miles, I'm going to keep running into snipers. That's why I drive the Smith system when I'm on the road. For any guy that didn't understand or don't understand why I drive the middle. That's why I drive the middle. Because you got too many people coming on and too many people getting off, right? So why be in that lane? And then on top of that, I got chemicals where I have slosh. There's only a one bore tank, so I got plenty of slosh. So I don't want to have to keep, like, you see those two guys just got on? Those are two snipers. They just got on. Now, if I was over there, I'd have to worry about that. But since I'm in the middle, I ain't even got to worry about that. This is how you drive a little bit more safely and a little bit more under control and a little bit more at peace. Because I don't have to deal with all those snipers coming in at every freaking entries or exit points. But I digress. Back to the subject at hand. So, yeah, they done gave women all this power, and they basically put men through the grinder. And now we got generations of men and boys that are scared to death and don't know what to do. That's why when you feel yourself in the pot, as the frog analogy, and the heat is being turned up on you, since you don't know what to do, you start making jokes. You start laughing. You try to lessen the severity of the situation that you find yourself in, because basically you're paralyzed because you don't know what to do. That's why everybody wants to be a jokester right now. And this is not the time to be joking. You know, I go back and forth between jokes and being serious because, you know, we need both. But at a point, you got to start being more serious because, hey, your situation hasn't changed. Our situation hasn't changed. They told us 2 weeks at first. And guys are still running around here making jokes. I'm thinking to myself, like, boy, we in trouble. I'm talking to a couple cats yesterday on the phone. They called me, wanted my opinion on stuff. Two African brothers from Kenya. They had me on the three-way. And one of them is waking up to what's happening because, of course, he in the meat grinder as we speak. So he's he's being ground up on a daily basis. And so when he talked to me, I'm the first person that he that makes sense. That's kind of sounding the alarm. Like, dude, you're already missing your arm and your shoulder is in the meat grinder, and you're not trying to get out. What's wrong with you? So he fought his father. I said, but you don't be so hard on your dad, because your dad didn't know. Your dad was a simp. So of course he raised you to be a simp. Okay? He didn't know no better. So give him a pass and praise God that for whatever reasons it brought us together, and I was able to at least share some of this information with you, so you can at least start pulling back from the meat grinder, so it don't grind up the rest of your body. You come straight over here, went to college, graduated in the field. It's one of the STEM fields, and he driving a truck now, because in the STEM field they don't tell you got to go through all that education and suffer through all those exams just to make $50,000 starting out entry level. Hell, I went to truck driving school, got my license after 2 months, because I only went part-time. First job straight out of the gate, I made $55,000. He got all this student loan debt. Then on top of it, he met this little slave master at college, married her, and popped 3 stair steps or 3 hostages in her immediately. I said, man, she got 3 hostages, dude, and they little steps. I'm like, you can't leave now, because she'll mess your children up out of spite if you leave her down with 3 babies. A body all jacked up. And then he African, so they do things differently from the American way. So he got her at home, she don't work. He on the road for weeks at a time. The kids are little. I'm like, Lord have mercy, boy. And then she begging and pleading for him to buy a house, and I told him, luckily I had to fight with him. Man, don't buy no house. You're already unhappy with this woman. And now she pushing for a house. She pushing for that house because the minute you buy that house, she gonna basically put you out and take that house from you. Then she'll go back to work, and then she'll find some other blue pill simp to move into that house to help her pay for it. Hold your kids hostage, and then hit you for three hostages on your check. And since you make about 200 plus, right, they gonna kill you on those extortion payments. I said your best bet at this point, it might be cheaper to keep her. But don't buy no house. Stay in that apartment, and if she asks, y'all can't afford it. And use the kids as the reason why y'all can't afford it. You know what I mean? Go buy her a car or something, or take her on a trip. Do whatever you gotta do, but don't buy no damn house. Okay? And then the other guy, I'm just meeting him for the first time on, at least through the three-way yesterday. He's straight up blue pill simp from Africa. Brainwashed, the whole nine. Don't know nothing about nothing, think he knows something. It's crazy. It's like, if you haven't been in this country to see how this country operates, and how they divide and conquer, and how they race bait, okay, and how they elevated these feminazis over the dominion of the men and demoralized this country. That's why we in this situation. And he just hook, line, and sinker like America is just the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm like, okay, let's see what you say there when the economy completely collapsed and we not working no more. And he in the middle of buying a house. And he getting it built from the ground up, which is even more stupider, because the housing prices finna drop like you wouldn't believe. Okay? Because the banks they already tighten up the money. They already doing it. I got a thing in the from the credit card company said that they're gonna start rolling back some of the interest. I mean, some of the amounts of credit they're willing to extend now. So if you had like a $50,000 card or a $20,000 card, they're gonna roll that back to 10 because they know people living off their credit cards right now, and we're not gonna pay them back. It's gonna be major bankruptcies. All right, guys, we downtown Indianapolis. Y'all saw it there to my right. Now we into the city. Y'all see it, the University of Indiana over there. It's a new traffic pattern, huh? Okay. Let me get over while I can. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so I'm arguing with them, and through me talking to them, I realized, like, man, we are really lost. We don't understand that we in this pot, and they didn't turned up the heat on this pot 3, 4, 5 times, and we're literally boiling alive, and we're still arguing and debating over non-factors. Okay, they're in the process of destroying our supply chain in regards to the food. So you're gonna start seeing bare shelves. I mean, like, you're seeing them now, but I'm talking like really bare. It's gonna get to the point where these stores are gonna be closing. And then when they close, guess what? You're not gonna get no warning. They just gonna, you may have been going to that store 5, 7, 8, 12, 15 years. You're gonna just get up one day and go, like you're finna go there and shop and get whatever you need, and it's gonna be a big sign on that say close. Watch. If they don't hurry up and turn this thing back on, man. But I think even once they turn it back on, it's just gonna be to alleviate a little pressure, and then they're probably gonna clamp it down again because they haven't tested enough people in the country. And if they open it back up and people are still walking around here with asymptomatic, how are we gonna know? Because they open it up down there in Florida within the first what? I think they said the first 2 hours or whatever, 30 minutes or whatever it was, the beaches were freaking packed and very few people had masks on. Yeah. This thing is far from over with. And then they're talking about this thing mutating and coming back in the fall with a vengeance. So we're not clear. We're not out of the thick of things. I think they're gonna give us a reprieve since it's getting warm, and then they're gonna come back in the fall with a vengeance and lock everything down, and that's gonna crush the remaining parts of the economy. So by that time, I'm hoping to be, well on my way to being off grid. You know what I mean? That's why I'm taking in the organic farming. I know a couple guys kind of, I don't know if they were serious about, joking about me talking about farming and growing stuff, but that tells me something, that guys are not really paying attention to what's their face. You're not gonna have food, so I'm finna learn how to grow my own food. I'm gonna find out what plants grow the fastest, what grass I can eat, what plants I can eat, what flowers I can eat, what roots, tree bark, leaves. Okay. I'm a city dude. I'm not really into hunting, but guess what? I'm gonna start learning a little bit about hunting. Because we get some food shortages, man. People are gonna go bananas. The only thing keeping it from going belly up right now is that you still can go to the store and buy something. And if none of this happens, great. But I'm gonna be prepared either way. I'm I'm already looking at my land. I got a few dollars put up. And I wasn't really able to find nothing close to Chicago, but I was able to find stuff in Texas. There's plenty of stuff in Texas, all over, and cheap. You know, you could go over there by the Mexican border. People like, oh man, you know, you got to worry about the cartel. Shoot, hey, I come from the mean streets of Chicago. I don't give a damn about no damn cartel. I could care less. Okay? But they got property over there, 20 acres for like 10,000. It's all barren, but you can grow. I found out that you can grow food in the desert. You just got to know how. Okay? Now, I may not go to that extreme. There's a few places I saw down there by just north of Beaumont, Texas, and just west of Shreveport, Louisiana. A lot of that land over there is wide open. Okay, and it wasn't that bad. You know, I think it was like between 3 and 4 acres for like 17,000. That's all I need. Clear out a few trees and plant me a sustainable garden. Enough room for me to bring my truck up on the land. Give me a couple shipping containers, plop on there, and live out of them until I get a point. I've been researching little, which are the best little wood stoves. You know what I mean? And all these little things I'm learning. Solar panels and how to collect rainwater and, you know, all these type of things. Because if we get to that point, you know, you don't want to be scrambling trying to do this stuff. I want to be able to, when the stuff hit the fan, I want to be able to get out of the truck if I have to and drive to my little, you know, hideout. Because even, you know, because I'm a big time, you know, gangster fanatic. You know, Al Capone, you know, Dillinger and Jesse James, and you know what I mean. You know, we had a whole lot, a slew of black gangsters that was well known. And what I want to do is learn from them. They all had, you know, layers, and they all had hideouts. You know, they all had hideouts. I think Jesse James had a hideout down there in Missouri, down in the caves. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have me a hideout, but one where I'm doing my own farming, my own hunting. Even though I don't eat meat, but when stuff hit the fan, I'll go back to eating if I have to. Give me some rabbits and some pheasants, some deer, wild turkeys. Plus, grow me my own crops and collect my own water and compost my waste. I want to be able to live off the grid, push come to shove, because then you don't really need no money. You know what I mean? I missed my turn, y'all. I had turned her off. That's cool. I can just go up the next one and then come back around. I'm talking to y'all and forgot where I was going. I'm not going to Louisville. I'm saying 16 miles to turn around. I ain't going no damn 16 miles. Bet you that. Slow down behind me now. Get up here at the next exit. What the hell did this person do? Okay. Somebody got a flat. Yeah, guys. So I'm just, you know, I'm just warning you guys. I'm the warner. I'm warning you. This is what I felt today when I started watching the news earlier. Yeah, you know, we still got to worry about these women, but at this point, they're going to become the worst enemy, because they're going to be quick to snitch on you for any reason, because they're setting up the snitch spy grid as we speak. They're coming out with all these 800 numbers. You know, when they start rolling up the the shots. And if they catch you, somebody over here you talking about, oh, I'm not getting that. These women gonna go rat you out for 5 cans of beans. Okay? Every communist takeover, if you look at the communist Chinese, or if you look at the Bolsheviks in Russia, they all, and so did they, same thing in Nazi Germany, they all had spy grids and basically turned the common man against his neighbor. And you got either a small, sum of money and a pat on the head. And the women definitely gonna turn men in. They're not gonna feel no empathy at all by turning you in, especially when you're not trying to help feed them. We're turning them down for food and, relations and attention, all that. And we're gonna let them go, and they're gonna starve. Yeah, they're gonna be turned in. They probably will just turn you in and just lie on you. Oh, this guy doing this, and you probably dumb as a box of rocks. Somebody passed right there. The young lady passed. I saw her little memorial. She looked kind of young too. They had a picture up there. She looked kind of young. Oh yeah, I got to turn around. But yeah, guys, I just want to sound the alarm today so you guys can start thinking this. That's why I'm on this path of off-grid living. Because they're gonna keep it. They're gonna make it so you can't leave out the country. Now we might be able to get away flying this summer, maybe internationally. But right now it's still closed. Nothing's open. So and I'm not ready to implement my Africa plan yet because I don't have enough money saved. But I do have enough to start over here, and I'm pretty much working my manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dancer for money, so I'm running any load that they got. I'm not discriminating. I don't care if it don't pay much and if it pay tremendously, because it's getting her, it's making her look good that she got a real runner, and I ain't making no mistakes. I'm not spilling nothing. I'm not getting any tickets. I'm not hitting anybody. None of that. I'm trying to be, punctual for my appointments. So I can keep running. Because what women tend to do, especially when they're in this type of position, if you a complainer, you a whiner, and we got a lot of men that drive truck that is complainers, like you would, what they call them, negative Nancy's. Oh my God. There's 5,000 of us over here, at least. And I would tell you, we probably got 5,000 negative Nancy's. Some of them are worse than the others, but I tend to not listen to them because I realize they don't know what they're doing. You only gotta, have a relationship and a network relationship, working relationship with one person. That's the dispatcher. And if you had to have a relationship with anybody else, that's the manager. I don't be in there trying to kiss no butt and brown nose all. I'm not even that kind of dude, period. I'm a rebel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a revolutionary. So I'm not in there kissing butt. I'm just in there making sure that I make her look good. That's it. And really what it is I'm making myself look good, and the byproduct of me looking good and looking professional and doing things the right way, the byproduct of that, she looks good, she gets to take all that credit, and in turn she appreciates that and keeps me running, so I can get the kind of capital I need before this ship go under, so I can get my off-grid retreat set up. So I don't get caught with my drawers down by my freaking ankles like everybody else is gonna get caught. And if they loosen up the noose for a little while right now and give us time to get over, please. And give us time to kind of get back to normal before they really put the real clamp down. I'm going to get this retreat set up. And my goal is to have the Africa situation squared away by next year. So if it gets too hot and heavy here, then I need to just get on a plane, a one-way trip, and get about it here. I want to be able to do that. I got friends over there. I got all kind of skills. So I'll be fine over there. But I want to make sure that I set myself up for success. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go where I want to go. That's the thing. And I didn't come from no privileged background, so I got to make it happen. Banks ain't going to give you no money for this. You got to pay for these things out of your freaking pocket. They're not going to understand what you're trying to do. You way in one state and you're trying to set up a retreat in another state, and think you're going to be able to go to the bank for money? I doubt it, especially now that the banks start tightening up all the qualifications for money. So there's some serious days coming ahead, guys. Some serious times coming. And I hope you guys are taking what I'm saying to heart and evaluating your level of vulnerability if this thing collapses. What are you going to do for food? What are you going to do for water? How are you going to protect yourself? Yeah, it's okay to have, a bean shooter with some beans to shoot, but you can't eat them. You know what I mean? You can't eat them. I hear a lot of my guys, oh man, maybe I need to go out and get this kind of gun, get that kind of gun. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but what you going to eat? I don't know. I'm like, whoa. Your priorities is kind of misplaced. You need to worry about how you're going to eat. But they didn't set these grocery stores up and basically ran all the real farmers out of business. With these government subsidies, that wasn't nothing but a trap. Now you're dependent upon foreign goods coming in from other places. And them goods are owned by other nations of people, and who knows what their agenda are? Who knows what they're putting in this stuff? Who knows how they're growing it? They don't have the same. They don't have the same regulatory system that we have. So who knows what the hell we're getting? That was the reason why I went vegetarian when I did. But I started realizing we getting diseases now that we didn't get 40 years ago. Never even had a name for some of the stuff that we get now. All these allergies and all that. People didn't used to have all this stuff back in the day. Somebody lost their freaking couch. Let me get over. I'm all the way over here. I'm like, I'm finna get off. Let me get over, please. That's what I'm talking about. No common courtesy. See, this is the reason why this country gonna be in trouble. The first thing when they're taking over society, the invisible hand, the evil empire with the invisible hand, when they get ready to take over society, the first thing they do is turn the people against each other. When people lack common decency and common courtesy and brotherhood and countrymen, all that's thrown out the window. And now you're a cynic to all your own people. You don't even see them as being part of the same country as you are. I've been sitting up here watching all this stuff take place, and I've been being cool about it because I remember when they started taking out the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Yeah, you had a few people that protested, but I knew, okay, why are they doing that? When I was coming up, we used to have to go in front of the class in the morning, and we would have to say the Pledge of Allegiance with our hand over our heart. Then all of a sudden, they just took that away. Okay, you took that away, but you didn't replace it with anything. So why'd you take it away? Oh, it made a few people feel uncomfortable that was from other places. Really? That was a lame excuse that they gave. And we, as a people, as a collective of people, we went for it like idiots. I saw a few people protesting, okay? Then they started taking out the fact that they don't want you talking about God in school. We had a few people that protested, but the vast majority of people didn't say nothing. So they slowly been changing the American landscape. And now they got us at the point where it's a noose around our neck. That's why they feel so confident in taking over this thing, is because we let them get away with tons of things ever since the 50s. They've been getting away with stuff with really hardly any resistance. Glass-Steagall, they turned that over. Then the banks were able to get bailout money, and then in 08 and not even loan money out to people. Okay? And now they done shut off the economy to show you that you, the American public, you don't run the free market. Somebody actually owns this market, and they turned it off. And not only did they turn it off, you don't even get to see these people, and yet you do what they tell you to do, because they told you, go home and don't come outside. And pretty much everybody's complying with it. Never seen these people before, never heard their voice, don't know where they are in the world. They're not in this country. They probably got their bunkers somewhere in the South Pacific on some of them islands, them remote islands. They done bought them islands and dug deep underground, and they probably got whole small cities up under there with the very best food, organically grown. They probably got robot bodyguards. They probably got hella drones. They probably got nerve gas. They probably got all kind of stuff. Suitcase nukes. Who knows what the hell they got, because they confiscate all of the technologies from all over the world, because people come out with certain technologies that can change the way we live, basically on the improvement side. And then all of a sudden, these people, little gadget, get snatched up. And then all of a sudden, the inventor of these little gadgets ends up in a car accident. This been happening for years. Nobody's been saying nothing. And we still falling for scientists and inventors and health healers dying in car accidents. Anybody speaking out trying to, really sound the alarm with any that has any influence, all of a sudden end up with a drug overdose in a hotel room with hookers, or they end up on drugs and in a car accident, drunk driving, all kind of stuff. And you could go back in history and just see too many cases of this. Now, it could be a quinky dink. I could be just, off my rocker and I'm just saying some stuff, but I don't really believe in that many quinky dinks. Now, some people say, oh, why would you be saying this kind of thing, man? You worried? Well, I mean, I don't have that kind of influence. I'm just one Joe Blow schmuck, driving a truck, running his mouth on the internet. No influence. I ain't got no church of people. I'm not a Jim Jones evangelist. None of that. Okay? I don't run with no whole large inner circle of people. So I'm a nobody. Nobody's gonna listen to me. No, the masses. We need the masses of people to listen, to get get the damn memo. What are you doing in your house? Just sitting there waiting to die? Why are you sitting in the house? These people are systematically killing your supply chain on how you get food. Yeah, we know they're killing the, the garment industry, this industry, that. But the main one that they're killing now is the food industry. And pretty much all of us are living in a food desert because 95% of us don't know how to grow food. Most of us don't know how to hunt. We don't know how to grow food. We don't know what things we can eat in nature that's edible and not poisonous, that put worms all in your stomach, give you cholera or whatever. We don't know none of this stuff. They done legitimately educated us to be useful idiots. And when they decide to lay the hammer down for real, people are gonna go crazy. And so you ain't gonna have to worry about food then. You're gonna have to worry about that dude next door to you, your next door neighbor. His stomach gonna be touching his back, ribs showing, and he gonna see you as a meal. Alex Jones made a comment a couple days ago on his show saying if he had to, he'll eat his neighbor before he let his kids starve. Now, when he said that, his eyes was all bugged out, all big like fish eyes, and he was foaming at the mouth, seemed like. But he was saying that to be like a joke. But really, I knew what he was trying to get at, that we're going to get to a point where people will consider cannibalism if the food supply is stopped for 10 days. That's the estimate. If the food supply is stopped for 10 days, people either will commit suicide or they will resort to cannibalism. Because within the first 10 days, all your dogs and cats are gonna disappear. Okay? And we're talking about in the cities, because the cities are definitely death traps. Okay, so the cats and dogs will be the first thing to go, and then after that, it'll be like The Purge, like that movie The Purge. I'm sure y'all saw it. The Purge, but the real deal, life imitating art with a twist. You know? So I don't know, man. This is stuff that was on my heart today. I don't want to scare none of you guys, but hey, shake off your cowardice, your cowardness. It's time to start thinking like real men and see that we didn't got ourselves in a pickle, and we need to do something. At this point, it's probably not enough of us to really make change, because everybody should understand at this point that the media is bought and paid for, but yet everybody is doing what they say do. So I didn't realize they still had this type of pull with people. Now, I've been stopped listening to them. I only listen to them now to understand what the things that they're proposing to bring down the next wave of their BS. That's the only reason why I listen. But hey, people are still listening to them, man. So hey, they got a lot more influence than I gave them credit for. I'm not gonna lie. But all right, guys, I didn't talk y'all ear off, but I just had to get that off my chest, because I feel like now, if they ever, but eventually, I'm sure they're gonna snatch all our channels and just basically ban us off of everything. I know that's coming. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us are too awake. I've been holding back without, I didn't want to really shoot myself in the foot prematurely. My channel just really taking off, even though I started it a year ago. I really didn't post stuff because I was seeing the things that was happening in the censorship even a year ago. So that kind of like, got up under my skin. I'm like, well, maybe I should just, stay in my own little world and just do what I know to be right. No matter if because if everybody's going north, I'm gonna be going south. That's how I was, living my life before I decided to really get serious about putting this information out. You know what I'm saying? But now it is what it is. I'm getting it out there. People get a chance to hear it. So if they take the channels off and keep it, ban us off the platforms, then it is what it is. At least I got a chance to get it off my chest, get a chance to help some people, to bring forth some cosmic good on my spirit for some of the bad things I done in my youth when I didn't know any better, when I was brain dead. So this is a way of me correcting a lot of the harm that I may have caused inadvertently or intentionally to people when I was young. And this kind of can clear, or at least make even, my cosmic debt. So that's the reason why I'm really doing this. You know what I mean? But hopefully it never gets that bad. Hopefully the people wake up. You know, let's think with optimism. But at the same time, you know, like I always say, have faith, but tie your camel. Tie your camel. So I have faith that we're going to get it together and we're going to wake up out of this dream, this hypnosis that these people didn't put us under, and we're going to take back this republic, because it's not a democracy. Take back this republic and find those people in them remote islands, in them bunkers, and drop a baby nuke on them suckers and get rid of these people once and for all. That's what I would like to see. That would make a great James Bond movie. You know what I mean? We discover who these people is, and then devise this hell of a plan to fly over there and drop a baby nuke, or some type of atom bomb or something, and bust them people right up out of there. We need to get rid of these people off the planet. Because I think if you let these people keep doing what they're doing, they done took over all of the institutions. They got control of all the institutions, and they own the economy, and they showing you their power because they're able to turn it off like a light switch. And we're sitting here in the house eating freaking donuts and pizza, ordering goddammit tons of pizza, getting fat and lazy, listening to the damn television while all the shows is making me look like straight up buffoons. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just the only one seeing this. Every damn commercial, every sitcom, every movie, everything showing us complete buffoons and cowards. We coward. You see them hiding behind a woman's skirt, and all of a sudden now the women are superheroes, but now here it is, a plandemic, and you don't hear a peep out of these heifers. What happened to girls rule the world, and female, what do they say? Female equality. I was distracted by this police car. Somebody didn't hit each other, I guess. So yeah, that's what I should have stayed over here. Yeah, guys. So I didn't ramble enough. So hopefully I gave you guys some food for thought to let you know the severity that what we're facing. Man, look at all this traffic, y'all. Wow. So I'm gonna run until my tongue is hanging out of my mouth and get my retreat set up and learn how to farm, because then that way when they finally turn the economy off for real, as long as you can grow your own food and you can hunt, you'll be fine. You know, I want to be able to live off the grid. I don't need no heat. I can chop wood, make sure I have some timber on my little retreat, and get a crossbow so I can hunt like that, because you don't want to be, who knows what kind of systems they're gonna employ once the stuff hit the fan. So you want to be able to hunt in silence. You know what I mean? So you can keep your whereabouts hidden. Solar panels, firewood for heat, rainwater for water, compost your waste, your body waste, and grow your own food. And then, hell, you don't need a job. You know what I mean? Push come to shove, they turn this thing off. So I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking ahead. I'm thinking too far in the future or something. I don't know, because it seems like everybody I suggest this to, they don't really see the urgency. And I'm like, the economy been shut down for 10 freaking weeks. What you mean you don't see the urgency? But what do I know, guys? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, guys, I love you. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you can definitely, I'm sure you should be able to definitely take some things away from what I'm saying. If you come back under my comment section with some jokey jokes after this type of video, you need to look in the mirror and tell me what kind of man you are. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Nothing bad against you. I'm not, wishing nothing bad. I'm not saying nothing bad towards you. I'm just saying, look in the mirror and figure out what kind of man you are. But I love you guys. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're making preparations. And the women gotta hold their own nuts. When times were good, you decided to join with evil against good men. So now that evil has turned on everybody, the women have to hold their own nuts. Okay? Now I'll look out for some kids because I have a heart, but women, you gotta hold your own nuts. Plain and simple. But okay, guys, I see them in the traffic jam. So it's a lot of guys out here driving and making money. So we gotta be thankful for that. Give praise. But if I see anything interesting later on, I'll turn it back on and come back to you all, because I'm already at an hour. So y'all got plenty to listen to, especially if you're locked up in your house on house arrest, figuring out what you're doing with your life. So now you got something to listen to that can jolt you back into reality. But I love you guys, and get in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. What y'all doing? Am I overreacting, or am I being alarmist, or am I underthinking and over-evaluating what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and what I plan to do? So y'all let me know, so we can calibrate this thing, and we can kind of help each other out, because it's supposed to be a men's think tank. Men of all races, from all backgrounds, and from all over the planet. And I'm sure we have enough brain power, we can figure at least enough out to assist each other. Because when the stuff hit the fan, it's gonna be every person for themselves. So, all right, peace and hair grease.